where no matter where you come from, you can work, study, live together and grow the bond of friendship in here, which is very amazing.
Yes.
First coming here as a foreign student, the department was small, they have a few staff, few lecturers, but over the last couple of years, they've evolved into having some new lecturers coming in. The department itself is starting to grow, and I've seen a lot of changes in the department, a lot of positive things happening in the department level as well as the university itself.
Sampurasun, and welcome to the Genusian podcast, where we bring you the latest news, events and the most happening people at Nusa Putra University. Nusa Putra University has a large number of foreign students of almost 80 different nationalities study at Nusa Putra University. And it's a matter of great happiness for us today that we have with us the first foreign graduate of the System Information Department of Nusa Putra University. We have with us today Donald Sinogorel Samson from Papua New Guinea. Donald, welcome to the Genusian podcast.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to join this Genusian podcast, and thank you for having me today.
So, Donald, you're from Papua New Guinea, and you completed your studies from Nusa Putra University. Can you please tell us something about how you came to be at Nusa Putra University?
First of all, I started back in my country. I started looking for scholarship. It has always been my dream to travel around the world and have new experience and learn new cultures from people and all this. So when I first come across Nusa Putra University, it is through a link sent by a friend of mine. So I thought, why not I give it a try? So I applied, and fortunately I got accepted, and the rest is history, and here I am today, a happy first graduate of Nusa Putra University.
Yeah. So you were a scholarship holder, were you?
Yes, I got accepted as a fully funded scholarship student, and during that time it was COVID, so almost 20 people were accepted, and all of them didn't or couldn't make it to the scholarship, and only me and one Latino student we got accepted. We were able to travel to Indonesia, and being here today as the first graduate of this scholarship is an amazing testimony of itself.
In fact, Nusa Putra University has a commitment towards ensuring that students receive the opportunity to study no matter from where they are. Deserving students, if you are good enough, Nusa Putra University will provide you an opportunity to study free of cost, with also a scholarship to cover your living expenses. So if you are a good student, consider applying to Nusa Putra University and building your life. Donald, you are a student of information systems. Can you please tell me something about information systems and what it entails and what all it includes?
Information system itself is a branch of computer science and computer engineering, but mostly it's to do with the computing and the business together. Like computer engineering, we also do with AI, database, web development, and mostly everything about computer science and computer engineering, but we focuses more into the business perspective of computers. So it's a fascinating field of study or major, especially in the field of computer. So coming from a developing country, I was like, why not? Computer is one of the evolving thing. Now that we have AI is booming everywhere and all this, I was like, why not I equip myself with the knowledge of computer science and specifically in the field of system information, and see how it goes from the future, because I personally believe that computer and AI is the future.
Yes, indeed. And when you came to Nusa Putra University and joined the Department of Information Systems, Nusa Putra University was also quite a young university at that point of time, having started in 2018, and you joined right at in the aftermath of the COVID-19. How have you seen Nusa Putra University Information Systems department grow over the period, and what do you feel about your department?
First coming here as a foreign student, the department was small, they have a few staff, few lecturers, but over the last couple of years, they've evolved into having some new lecturers coming in. The department itself is starting to grow, and I've seen a lot of changes in the department, a lot of positive things happening in the department level as well as the university itself, which is an amazing journey for me. Within the last 4 years of me being here, a lot of changes have been happening. Nusa Putra being accepted as an internationally accredited university, and I am very happy that going out of here, I'll be my degree will be an internationally accredited one, which is recognized by most countries around the world, which is a plus for myself. I can see that.
Yes. In fact, Nusa Putra University is not only accredited by the different national accreditation agencies of the government of Indonesia, but it also has the ACAS accreditation from Germany, which allows our students to gain international recognition for their studies. So, Donald, can you please tell me that you're talking about information systems, and you told me that information systems is an applied branch of computer science, which includes entrepreneurial studies of business applications of that. And what scope do you see for students who want to join information systems in the future, and how can students position themselves now if they are in school to become good system information engineers?
To be a good information systems engineer, like you've said, computer science itself and the system information field itself it's part of the bigger computer science field. So if a student wants to be a systems information systems engineer, in today's world, anything is possible. So you just have to focus on yourself, believe in yourself, and follow the right track. Anything you can do is possible. So as for me, like I've said, coming from a developing country and a family of non-computer literate, I've struggled a bit, but then I find it very amusing and very fun to learn programming, database, web development, and all this. I find it very promising for myself. So if any of you students out there who are willing to take system information program as a major, it has a lot of benefits itself, and it is a flexible major as well. You can work in anywhere, in banks, in networking engineering, as a web developer, as an app developer, or pretty much everything of the field of computer science itself, which is one unique thing about the department itself. And if you are an entrepreneurial mindset student, this course is very good for you, because it combines the business perspective of it as well as the computer perspective of it, which gives you a good glimpse of where you want to go, or where you want to grow into this evolving world of computer science and AI.
Yes, that's really nice. So, Donald, Nusa Putra University is a multicultural campus where we have students from more than 80 countries studying here. Like you yourself said, we have Ramirez from Latin America, who is also who joined Nusa Putra University with you, and we have got many students. How do you find the multicultural environment, and what do you think about Nusa Putra University's diversity?
Like you've said, Nusa Putra University is a diverse community of a broad range of different countries coming together. So especially for me, myself as a foreign student coming from Papua New Guinea, I was brought up in my cultural background and with my cultural perspective and all this, and exposing myself to people coming and students coming from different parts of the world. At first, it's so, there's this culture shock, like I've never had experience of this culture or that culture. Well, for example, I'm a Christian coming here and having students coming from Arab countries and all this, which predominantly Muslim culture, which is very. At first, it was like a culture shock, but then, as I get to meet them, live with them, talk to them, it's so pretty fun, and it's amazing to live with different people coming from different parts of the world, which give me this global perspective of how the international community works and interacts with each other. And Nusa Putra provides this avenue, provides this environment where no matter where you come from, you can work, study, live together and grow the bond of friendship in here, which is very amazing.
Yes, in fact, I agree with you, Donald, that despite our different faiths, despite our different nationalities, despite our different colors, ethnicities, and other things that people say divide us, there is in fact more that unites us as human beings. And that is a beautiful thing that we get to see in Nusa Putra University. People of all different diverse backgrounds come together, live together as brothers and sisters, and build lifelong friendships and bonds across the different nations. So that is something really amazing that happens in Nusa Putra University. Donald, can you tell me what your future plans are now that you have graduated from Nusa Putra University? What do you intend to do? What your aspirations are, and where do you see yourself?
Now that I've completed my bachelor degrees in computers, information systems, the future for me, I'm thinking about going back to my country and help as much as I can to contribute meaningfully back to my community, to the economy, to my people. And in my country especially, in terms of technology, we still lags behind. So interacting with the foreign students, learning from my department and my major, which gives me much confidence that I can go back and contribute meaningfully back to my country as a working citizen, and hopefully I can bring some changes in terms of technology back to my country and my people.
Yeah, that's really commendable, Donald. Donald, can you tell us something about Papua New Guinea? Although Papua New Guinea is a border-sharing neighbor country of Indonesia, I don't think many people actually know much about Papua New Guinea. So can you please tell us something about Papua New Guinea?
It's very interesting. When I first came here, having a tainted color skin, I look more similar like the East people, like the Timur people here, which they called. So they think that I am from the Papua, So Papua and Papua New Guinea, we belong to the same New Guinea island. So we are being separated by an artificial border. So the west side is the Papua region of Indonesia, and the east side is Papua New Guinea. So historically, colonial history, we were being colonized by British, and the Papuan people were colonized by Dutch, which was later controlled by Indonesia, which now it's part of Indonesia. So they thought that I am from Papua. Sometimes they be speaking Bahasa to me, and I was like, no, I'm from the west side. I don't speak Bahasa. I speak English. And I was like, whoa. So even though we are very close, some of them, they still don't know where Papua New Guinea is situated. So we are being colonized by British and then Australia, and then we got our independence, and we are part of Commonwealth. We speak English, and yeah, technically most of our cultural and the modern culture that we are living at the moment is influenced by the West, especially by Australian and British.
And can you tell us something about the diversity, the language, and other things of your country?
Papua New Guinea is one of the most diverse country and most unique country in the world. It is linguistically more diversified country in terms of biodiversity. We have like 800 different local languages, which is the most spoken local language in the world, and we have the third largest rainforest in the world, including the Papuan side. You have Amazon, you have Congo, and then you have the New Guinea island. We are like the carbon preservation area of the world. This is where we store oxygen, the global warming and
lungs of the world.
Yeah, we are the lungs of the world. The global warming that is happening around the world and the overpopulation and all this, we are the last frontiers of the world that still preserves our traditional identity. Even though we speak English, much of our parts of our country is still not discovered, and we're living in our traditional way of life, which is very unique, and I'm very proud of that, because in most part of the world, the traditional way of life is gradually depleting, So I'm still proud that I come to a part of the world where we still have our culture intact with us today.
Yes, it's really something interesting that you said, Donald, regarding Papua and other areas of Indonesia also being the lungs of the world, and the biodiversity and the forests and vegetation of these countries are actually sustaining the rest of us. The basic requirement to breathe comes from the forests of Papua Island, Papua New Guinea, and Papua of Indonesia. So I'm sure that your country, with brilliant young students like you returning to it, will find its rightful place in history as you help preserve not only the culture and the biodiversity of the country, but also develop the country, and so that every person, every Papua New Guinean can find a better life, a better standard of life, while still preserving their culture. Thank you so much, Donald, for being on the show. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me. It's wonderful being here, having this intellectual conversation with you. I feel it very interacting and more fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Nusa Putra University takes great pleasure in the fact that the community of international students, its graduates, are going to different parts of the world and building the different countries from where they come, their home countries. Nusa Putra University is an international university which believes not only in building Indonesia, but also all the countries of the world by providing education to the students. Nusa Putra sees education as the tool to change our world for the better. And students like Donald are the first batch of students who are graduating from this university, looking forward to going back to their own countries and helping to build a better world with small steps towards a wide vision. Thank you so much for joining Genusian podcast. And till we meet next week again, Sampurasun.